Welcome guys. So in this particular video, we are still going to be talking about partial fraction. So we are going to be talking about the partial fraction that has the form in which the denominator is not simplified. So this type of question always take a general form like this. This is a general form. So don't forget that in the previous video, I told you that whenever you want to solve a particular partial fraction using the normal long method, you must be used to the general form in which that particular question is taken. It can be the first form we've talked about, which is linear denominator, or this type in which the denominator is not simplified. So how are you going to be able to differentiate between the one that has a linear denominator and the one that has the denominator not simplified? Let's look at this particular example. Now you will see that in this particular example, we have the numerator to be this, we have the denominator to be this. We are going to say that in this denominator here, I cannot further simplify this denominator. If I should say that I want to express this denominator further, then I'm going to be getting a third degree equation, which will be what? Which will be more difficult for me to simplify. So this type of question, this type of partial fraction is under denominator not simplified. So the method we are going to use in solving this type of question would be different from the method we've used before in the last video. So now guys, let's do this. So this question, you will see that this question is taking this general form. So therefore, the first thing we are going to do now is that we are going to write solution. Then we are going to write this equation out. 5x squared plus 9x minus 1 over 2x plus 3 x squared plus 5x plus 2. Then we now equate it to take this form. A over 2x plus 3 plus bx plus c over x squared plus 5x plus 2. So if you know that you want to be using the long method in solving partial fraction question, then you must be used with this general form and you must be able to show your working. So this simply means that you must be cool and you must be calm whenever you are solving partial fraction using the what? The long method. So this question falls under denominator not simplified. So that is why I am equating this question to this general form. So the next thing I'm going to do now is that I'm going to multiply. I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by the denominator, but this denominator 2x plus 3 x squared plus 5x plus 2. So I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by this denominator that is here. So guys, if I should multiply these parts of the equation by this denominator, this is going to remain 5x squared plus 9x minus 1. Also, if I should multiply this a over 2x plus 3 by this denominator 2x plus 3 x squared plus 2 plus 5x plus 2, if I should multiply it by this, then my a is going to remain x squared plus 5x plus 2 plus, and also if I should multiply this bx plus c over x squared plus 5x plus 2 by this denominator again, so it will also remain bx plus c 2x plus 3. So that is how we are going to do it. After we've written this, then we are going to multiply both sides of this equation by this denominator. So if I should multiply this by this denominator, it's going to cancel out. So we are going to it's going to remain this. And also if I should multiply this a over 2x plus 3, you know the reason why is this. Let me just show you here. If I should multiply a over 2x plus 3, if I should multiply it by 2x plus 3 x squared plus 5x plus 2, This we cancel this, so it's going to remain a this. It's going to remain a this. So that was how we got this point. So now the next thing we are not going to do is that we are going to get the value of a, we will get the value of b, we will also get the value of c. But how are we going to get the value of a, the value of b, the value of c? This particular question, if you want to be using the normal long method, is going to take us few more steps before we arrive at the final answer. So now guys, don't forget that if I want to get the value of a here, I must eliminate this b and c. And also, if I want to get the value of b and c here, I must eliminate this a. But if I want to eliminate a, what is beside this a? I'm going to equate it to 0. Also, if I want to eliminate this b and c, what is beside this b and c, which is 2x plus 3, I will also equate it to what? 0. So that is the method in doing this. So let's look at that. So guys, I will just say to get a, eliminate b and c. So it will be eliminate b and c because these b and c are together. Also, to eliminate b and c, equate what is beside b and c, that is 2x plus 3. Equate 2x plus 3 equals 0. So if I should equate 2x plus 3 equals 0, then my x will be equals to minus 3 over 2. So the value of my x will be equals to what? Minus 3 over 2. And then substitute. So therefore, the value of this x I've gotten, I'm going to substitute it into this expression. So this is going to turn to 5 minus 3 over 2 squared, 5x squared, plus 9 minus 3 over 2 minus 1. So wherever I see x, I'm going to put minus 3 over 2 equals a minus 3 over 2 all squared plus 5 minus 3 over 2 plus 2. And here also plus bx plus c 2 times minus 3 over 2 plus 3. So once I've substituted, x is here. So here I can also put it as times minus 3 over 2. So once I substituted the value of x into this expression, then I can then do my further simplification. So while doing my further simplification, I will just see that this expression, this one can turn to, so I first simplify the bracket. Minus 3 squared, that is 9, right? So this one will just be 9 over 4. 5 times 9, that is 45. 45 over 4 plus, this is minus, that's plus, this one returns to minus. 9 times 3, 9 times 2 is 18, right? So 18 plus 9, that will give us 27. So this will be 27 over 2 minus 1. And this will equals to a. Now, a open brackets. Minus 3 squared, that is 9 over 4 minus 15 over 2 plus 2 plus 0. Because if I should do this, these two will cancel these two. These two cancel these two. Minus 3 plus 3, that is 0. 0 multiplied by everything here will be 0. So this will be what? Plus 0. And if I should express this further, if I should express this side and express this side, then the value of my a will be equals to 1. So I've gotten the value of my a to be 1. So it now remains the value of my b and c. How am I going to get the value of my b and c since they are together? Let's see how we are going to do that, guys. The continuation of the solution is this. We have the expression to be 5x squared plus 9x minus 1 is equals to ax squared plus 5x plus 2 plus bx plus c multiplied by 2x plus 3. you will see that the other denominator, you know, in that particular question, we have two denominators. The first one is 2x plus 3, and the second one is x squared plus 5x plus 2. You will now see that the first denominator, which is 2x plus 3, is linear. But the second denominator, which is x squared plus 5x plus 2, is not linear. So since the other denominator, this x squared plus 5x plus 2, is not linear, then we are going to use, we are going to simplify and use equating coefficients. Actually, there are different methods of solving this denominator not linear. But for this particular video, we will just be looking at the method of equate simplification and equating coefficient method. So that's that, guys. But guys, you have to understand something, because some people might not be able to differentiate what we mean by linear and non-linear equation. You see, equation of 1 degree is what we mean by linear equation. While equation of 2 degree, 3 degree are non-linear equation. What I mean is this: if I have something like 2x plus 3, this equation is linear because the highest power is 1. Hence, it is 1 degree equation. But if I have something like this, 2x squared plus 3, this equation is not linear because this equation is not linear, but it is quadratic because the highest power is what? 2. If we have 2x cubed plus 3, this equation is not linear, and also it is not quadratic, but it is cubic because the highest power is what? Is 3. So that's what we mean by linear equation and what? Non-linear. Linear equation, the highest power is 1. Non-linear, the highest power is 2 upward. If the highest power is 2, it will be quadratic. But if it is 3, it will be cubic. So that is that. Check our previous video, we talked about what? Polynomials. So now, what are we going to do here? What we are going to do now is that since the other denominator is non-linear, so I cannot easily get the value of my a. So what am I going to use? What I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify. I'm going to simplify, expand. So what we just do that, I'm going to use this coefficient to open this bracket. I will also use this to open the bracket. So once I've done that, then I'm going to proceed with my what? Solution. So guys, let's continue with that. Let me rub this on. So therefore, guys, so this will now be 5x squared plus 9x minus 1 is equals to, use this a to open the bracket, a times x, ax squared plus 5ax plus 10 plus, I'm going to use this to open this bracket. While using this to open the bracket to be bx times 2x, I'm firstly use this bx to multiply everything here. I will also use this c to multiply everything here. Bx times 2x, that will be 2bx squared. Bx times 3, that will be 3bx. C times 2x plus 2cx plus c times 3 plus 3c. So then the first thing I'm going to do, I will firstly what? Open the bracket, simplify the bracket. After that, I'm going to rearrange. So I'm going to rearrange and collect the like terms, all the like powers. Rearrange the left hand side. So this will be 5x squared plus 9x minus 1. So this is ax squared. This is 2bx squared. The highest power is x squared. We are going to bring them together. This will be ax squared plus 2bx squared. This is x. This is x. This is x. Bring the x together. Plus 5ax plus 3bx plus 2cx. And this is 10. This is 10 plus 10 plus 3c. So I have rearranged and what? And bring the like powers together. So the next thing I'm going to do now is that factorize the left hand side. And this will be 5x squared plus 9x minus 1 is equals to, you will see this is ax squared, this is bx squared. You will see that what is common to this and this is x squared. Then this expression here can turn to, open bracket, a plus 2b, close bracket, x squared. So I can factorize out the x squared, because if I should use the x squared to open the bracket, it returns to ax squared plus 2bx squared. So this one also plus open bracket. You see that what is common to this and this is also x, right? So this will be 5a plus 3b plus 2c open bracket x. Also, if I should use this x to open the bracket, I will also get this plus 10 plus c. So after I have factorized, the next thing I'm going to do is that equating coefficients. Equating coefficients. So guys, while I am equating coefficients, what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be equating coefficients of right hand side with left hand side. I'm going to be equating the coefficient of right hand side with left hand side. So how am I going to be doing that? You will see that in this left hand side I have x squared. In this right hand side I have x squared. There I can say therefore 5x squared can equals to a plus 2b x squared. That's what we mean by equating coefficients. Do you get that? So therefore this x squared can cancel this x squared. I will then say that if a is 1, don't forget that from the beginning of this solution, we've already gotten our a to be 1. So if a to 1 is 1, then 5 is equals to 1 plus 2b. Because a is 1 plus 2b. So if this one comes to the other side, to be 4 is equals to 2b. Because if it comes to the other side, it will be 5 minus 1, 4. Then our b is equals to 2. So our b is equals to 2. Are you there with me, guys? So also, I can also say therefore, this is my x, this one is x. I can also say therefore 9x is equals to 5a plus 3b plus 2c. So therefore, don't forget that plus 2c multiplied by x, this x can cancel this x. So therefore, our a is equals to 1. Remember, our a is equals to 1, and our b is equals to 2 that we just got. Our b is equals to 2. So this will be 9 is equals to 5 times 1 plus 3 times 2 plus 2c. That will be 9 is equals to 5 times 1, that is 5. 3 times 2, that is 6. 5 plus 6, that is 11. 11 plus 2c. So that will be 9 minus 11 is equals to 2c. Minus 2 is equals to 2c. Our c is equals to minus 1. So you see that expanding coefficients is what is very simple. So this simply means that my a is 1, b is 2, and c is what? Minus 1. So therefore, I will say that the final answer, initially from the beginning of the question, our single fraction 5x squared plus 9x minus 1 over 2x plus 3. X squared plus 5x plus 2 was equals to a over 2x plus 3 plus bx plus c over x squared plus 5x plus 2. From the beginning of the question, this single fraction was equivalent to this partial fraction. So the final answer will now be 5x plus 5x squared plus 9x minus 1 over 2x plus 3 x squared plus 5x plus 2 equals our a is 1 over 2x plus 3 plus our b is 2x, and our c is minus 1 times plus minus c over x squared plus 5x plus 2. So this is the final answer. So that is how to use the log method in solving this type of partial fraction in which the denominator is not simplified. So the last thing we are going to be doing in this video is that we are going to be using the trick in getting this answer without using this long step. Look at it. So guys, this same question, we are going to be using trick to solve this question. So you have a question like resolve this, which is CBT exam or OBG exam. You have the question like this, and you have to resolve this into this. So you don't need to use that long method we've used in this video. You can just use the trick. The trick. So the trick is just that represent x as 0. You are going to represent x as 0. So you are going to substitute this x as 0 into this equation. if I should substitute this x as 0 into this equation, then I'm going to get, sorry, this one should be 3. This should be 3. So I'm going to get minus 1 over 6, because this one will be 0, 0, 0, 0. That is minus 1. And this one will be 0. 0 plus 3, 3. 0, 0 plus 2. So 3 times 2, 6. So I'm going to get minus 1 over 6. So I will now go to the options one after the other. I'm going to be substituting x as 0 into this option. Anyone that gives me minus 1 over 6 will be the correct answer. So this option A is going to give me 5 over 6. This option B, after substituting x as 0 into this option B, you are going to get 7 over 6. This option C, after substituting it, you are going to get minus 1 over 6. And this option D, after substituting it, you are going to get 7 over 6. So you will now see that the only options, after substituting x as 0 into them, the only option that gives you minus 1 over 6 is option C. So therefore, option A is wrong, option B is wrong, option C is correct, option D is wrong. So thank you for watching. In our next video, we are going to be talking about the third form of a what? Partial fraction. So don't forget to what? To comment, like, and what? Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you.